welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title, this is the pros of doing a big chop. Now guys, these are my opinions. These are somewhat other people's thoughts on some pros of doing the big chop from videos that I have watched and all the research that I have done before I did the big chop. So I just wanted to film this video for you guys to give you my side on what I think are the pros of the big chop. So I have my book here. As you guys know, we're going to jump right into the video because I don't want to ramble too much. So let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start with the pros, why you should do the big chop. For number one, you get to start over and start a new hair journey. I have watched many YouTube videos, and you know, everyone say, oh, it's so like great to start over. You can train your hair a certain way, it will grow back naturally, and it's just, you know, so good to start over, and it feels so good. I wanted to start over. I wanted a new journey. I big chopped my hair prior to getting into nursing school, or was it when I got into nursing school? I think I chopped it off when I got into nursing school, being as though this was something new for me. I wanted to start over, so I cut all my hair off because it was a new journey for me. And when I say it felt amazing, it felt amazing. The first couple of weeks I was still in denial. I'm like, yo, I really don't have any hair. Like, I cut off all my hair. Like, I literally had hair all of my life, meaning I don't mean that my hair was long, it wasn't that healthy, things like that. I meant that I just had hair. Like, my hair, even though it was damaged, it started growing, which was very interesting to me. I started taking care of my hair, even though I have had a perm in the past, even though I, you know, pressed it out with flat irons every single day for every day of my life. Like, my hair was so damaged, and when I started, you know, deep conditioning and things like that, trying to transition instead of big chopping, my hair actually was growing. My hair was really close to bra strap length, and it was really, like, it was growing a lot. But I noticed that even though it was retaining length, it was still unhealthy. It was dry, it was brittle. Like, my dandruff, oh no, nobody can tell me about no dandruff. My dandruff will be on my shirt. Like, I would just be so embarrassed, like, oh my god, like, I got dandruff everywhere. Like, if I go out, I'll have dandruff. Like, it was just too much. So with all of those things going on within my hair, even though I didn't big chop yet and it was growing, I was like, this is still unhealthy. It doesn't matter that your hair is growing, it matters of the health of your hair. You shouldn't try to retain length just because your hair is growing. So my hair was really brittle, really dry, and it was growing, but that wasn't good enough. I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that my scalp would flake up every 2 days. I would have to wash my hair. Like, that was just too much. I would get in the shower and I would wash my hair, and I'm like, oh my god, like, that's it. Like, I washed it and I'm like, oh, I can get out. Like, this wasn't obviously a deep condition week that I washed my hair, but like, it was crazy. Like, I just felt so like liberated. I felt like it just was weight lifted off my shoulders, like, literally. Like, when I cut all my hair, it was crazy. And you guys can also go check out my big chop video, which is up, and let me know what you think. But yeah, me and my fiance actually cut all my hair off, and it was great. I actually loved it eventually. So now we're gonna move on to number two. So number two is you can try different hairstyles with your new curly hair pattern. If you have curly hair, everybody who does the big chop might not have curly hair. It depends on your natural hair that grows out of your head. My hair is pretty curly. I obviously have to use some type of products so it won't be like an afro. Like, if I wash my hair and don't put anything in it, I will literally have a mini afro. Like, it would just be a tiny afro, which is fine. Like, I'm fine with that as well. I'll just slick down some baby hairs and that's it. But learning my new hair pattern and learning what that is was really good too. Like, I just enjoyed, you know, putting little finger coils in my hair. I enjoyed using Aunt Jackie's curl custard and all that stuff. Like, that was just really good for me. And I tried, you know, a side part, I tried no part, things like that, to where my hair was growing. So now my hair is at like a medium afro length, and it's very awkward because, you know, it's not much you can do. But sticking with the pros here, you still kind of look cute, you know, if you get used to it. And cutting off all your hair like makes you enjoy the other features of your face that you didn't really pay attention to because you had hair, you know what I mean? So I think that was really good. You can step outside of your comfort zone with different hairstyles when you do the big chop. So now we're moving on to number 3. So for number 3, you can see the benefits of your natural hair. Now I say that meaning that your natural hair is usually damaged if you press it out, things like that. Like obviously not all the time, in most cases. Like some people take care of the natural hair. It grows, it's not dry, it's not brittle, it's not damaged. Like some people take care of the hair and it actually grows. But some people who don't do it the proper way or wasn't raised properly to, you know, take care of their hair in that way until they get older enough to do it themselves, you know, like me, I didn't take care of my hair. My cousins usually do my hair and that was it. Like I didn't care anything about my hair until I got older. So when I cut my hair, I saw the benefits. I saw that my hair was healthy. I saw that my hair was not dry and brittle. And once I started deep conditioning and learning all that stuff, like my hair loved me. Okay, I would put so much moisture into my hair because I have low porosity hair, so I would just pack the moisture and pack the deep conditioners in to make sure my hair captures that moisture, and it did. And in return, my hair is healthy. I haven't put any heat on my hair since then, and I'm actually loving the results. So moving on to number 4, you get to jump in the shower and not worry about your hair, not having to get out the shower when you forget your scarf or your bonnet or your shower cap. Listen, when I say jump in the shower, I mean when you get in the shower, I would wrap my hair up with a scarf, with a plastic cap, and a shower cap so my hair wouldn't get wet if I was just pressing it out. Like I had to make sure those 2, 3, 4 hours I just spent pressing out my hair wouldn't mess up in the shower, because I had to get in the shower real quick and get out. Like that was just too much. So now that I've done the big chop, literally I would get in the shower and I won't even think about wrapping my hair because it's just so easy. Like you can get in and get out. Like yes, of course, if you still style your hair, you will want to protect it and wrap it and stuff. That's fine, but it just won't be as tedious when you have short hair. So let's just say you're in the house for the weekend, you know you're not doing anything, you know you're not going anywhere, you go get in the shower. Hey, let the water trickle on your head a little bit. Let it touch the back hairs. You know when you're rinsing off your back and stuff and you don't want it to get too close to your hair, to your neckline. Listen, I'll be right in there letting the water, like it doesn't matter because your hair is natural now. Your hair is not done technically. You can get in and get out and not worry about your hair getting messed up by the steam or anything like that. And it just felt so good to jump in the shower and not worry about, oh my God, I need a shower cap. Like, listen, you're gonna feel good, I'm telling you. So I suggest you if you big chop, I'm telling you, it's gonna feel so good to jump in the shower and jump out. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it's gonna feel good. And I'm moving on to number 5, which is feeling free. Now when I say free, it took me a while to get to this point, but free is in throwing some edge control on, having your hair curly already, going out to the supermarket, wherever you're gonna go, and come back and you still feel confident, you feel good about your hair being big chopped. Like it just felt really good and free. Like I was just flying somewhere. Like it felt really good, honestly, to cut off all my hair. Like I said, it took me some time to get used to, but I'm telling you, it was really good to chop off my hair and just feel like, yeah, I did it, so what? Like, and I still look good, okay? Like, it just felt really good to do that. So yeah, some people may even feel empowered. You know, some women, they may feel like, hey, I've been attached to my hair my whole life. My hair is not, you know, long enough, or I don't think I'm pretty with my hair not being long and this and that. But eventually, if you decide to do the big chop, I'm telling you, you're going to be perfectly fine. You're going to get used to it. Even if you go to being a little down a little while, you're going to get used to it, and you're going to eventually love your hair again. Especially when you see the growth, especially when you see how your hair works with certain products, you're going to love it. And I'm telling you, those are the pros of, you know, doing the big chop. I think you are going to love yourself for who you are and not letting your hair, you know, take the credit for your beauty. You get what I mean? So I think that those are the pros for doing the big chop. So if you like these pros, make sure you take some time to think about it and do the big chop like I have, and I'm perfectly fine. So guys, do the big chop if you agree with these pros. Do your research and let me know if you did it. Make sure you comment and say, hey, I watched your video, I decided to do the big chop. Whether you love it or not, let me know what stage you're in. Let me know if you're still in the stage of, I don't really like it that much, I shouldn't have did it. Or let me know if you're moving past that and moving towards, you know, loving your hair, loving your natural hair, shall I say. So I'm glad you guys decided to click on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to all my favorites for subscribing. Hopefully some new favorites subscribe to my videos and to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I will see you in my next one. Bye.